Sports Academy, the home of Terrence Bud Crawford's gym, who is the undisputed welterweight world champion. And we are here today to invite everyone to the Terrence Crawford Victory Parade and Celebration on August 12th. That's next Saturday, or a week from this coming Saturday. The parade will begin at 10 a.m. downtown at 19th and Farnham, and it will end at the Jean Leahy Mall, and the event will be over at noon. The parade entries will be invited to participate by Mr. Crawford's team. The celebration on the Great Lawn and the Jean Leahy Mall will begin after the parade, and it will have entertainment, tributes to Terrence Crawford, and video highlights of his career. We will celebrate Terrence Crawford together for his outstanding achievements as a world champion, a coach, and a mentor to the youth at B&B Sports Academy. His genuine interest in young people of Omaha shows his real strength is preparing for the next generation to succeed. He is an exceptional inspiration for youth. The city is very proud to work with B&B to create this event that honors him and that everyone in Omaha can participate in. I'm going to give you some details in just a few minutes, but now I would like to introduce Stephen Nelson from B&B Sports Academy. Stephen.
How you guys doing today? Good afternoon. On behalf of Team Crawford and being a proud representative of the North Omaha community, I just want to say thank you to the mayor and the city of Omaha for the celebration. Team Crawford has put in a lot of hard work. So hard, and we worked to get to the top. He's been unified not only once, but twice. First time in history for male boxing. We appreciate the outgoing support and all the thank yous and all the "you did good, champ," and just all the praises that we have gotten from everyone. We are thrilled to be here and to celebrate with our community. It's going to be an amazing celebration, and we hope you all come out August 12th downtown. Starts on 19th and Farnham and ends at the Jean Leahy Mall. Please come out and support. Thank you.
He'll be back for your questions. So let's talk a little bit about the details. The parade route, as we both have said, will begin at 10 a.m. at 19th and Farnham and end at the Jean Leahy Mall. Omaha Police will close Farnham Street at 20th the day of the parade. All eastbound streets will be open for traffic coming downtown, such as Harney, Douglas, Leavenworth, and Cumming. Parking downtown for the event. And we expect this to be a big event. We are anticipating 10,000 or more will come to this event. But to make parking easier, all downtown parking meters will be free on Saturday up until 1 p.m. Also, Park Omaha will provide free parking in 3 of our downtown garages from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Saturday. That is Park 1 at 15th and Douglas, Park 5 at 19th and Capitol, and Park 8 at 12th and Capitol. They will be open and free from 8 a.m. till 1 p.m. the day of the event. The public garage at 19th and Harney is also free from 8 a.m. till 1 p.m. The Jean Leahy Mall. People can begin reserving places at the Jean Leahy Mall of the Great Lawn at 8 a.m. The blankets are allowed, no plastic tarps or anything staked to the lawn, but people can come out and start getting their place at 8 a.m. Who's paying for this? Well, the city of Omaha, mostly, and we will waive all fees for permits, barricades, police overtime, and again, we will be offering the free parking. We also have business partners who are helping us sponsor this event, and we're getting more every minute as we're sitting in here preparing for this press conference. People want to be part of this, but already we do have commitments from Baxter and commitments from American National Bank and other very, very generous donors. So those are some of the details. I do have to say that, you know, this is something really amazing for all of Omaha. The night of the fight, emails that I was getting is from all the way west to all the way east. The excitement in restaurants and bars was palpable. People were so excited about the event. No doubt he has proven himself, Bud Crawford, an unstoppable force. He has unparalleled skill. His determination and his unwavering spirit is something that I think we all can feel in our hearts too. And we are very, very honored to work with B&B and Bud Crawford's team to create this historic event. And the great thing about Bud Crawford is he's not done yet. And so there's a lot more that we're going to be hearing about him. So I know there's a lot of boxing fans in Omaha, but there's a lot of sports fans in Omaha. And general public wants to celebrate his great career and the success that he has had. And so with that, we're excited to have this event. Like I said, sometimes parades take a year to put together. This was put together in less than 2 weeks, and I can guarantee you it's going to be one of the best ones we've ever had in Omaha because everybody's so excited about it. So both Stephen and I are here to answer your questions, and I just assumed they're going to be more for Stephen, so I just might step aside already.
Open to all questions.
Yes.
What does it mean to receive this recognition?
For us to receive this recognition, it's the cherry on top for all the hard work we put in, and knowing that we have the city behind us and people to celebrate us. For the little kids coming up right behind us, because there's so many Terrence Crawfords out there, you know, that don't get the recognition, you know, and it's up to us to pave the way for them to be able to do the same thing right behind us in the years to come.
Stephen was just telling me, you know, they started the academy at 8 years old, and you think of all these kids from 8 years old on up, the hero that they have in Terrence Crawford, but also the role model for not just how to fight and how to box, but all of the important life skills that you were just telling me that are so important for the academy to teach.
Exactly. There's so many things that combat sports, you know, teach these kids, you know, from accountability and discipline and knowing how to push through all adversity, no matter what. And to have these kids right next to us, and Terrence, he's super humble, and he will train with these kids and hold the mitts for them and help them in sparring. He laugh and joke with them, sometimes pick them up when they needed certain things to give back. It's our job. It's what we love to do. It's what we're supposed to do, you know, to give back, because he came from the same grounds that they came from, you know, and he understands them.
Other questions?
Yes. My name is Juanita Johnson. I am the City Council representative for District 2.
Yes.
Thank you, Steve, for coming today and making this wonderful announcement. Mayor Stothert, thank you for allowing this great opportunity for the City of Omaha to engage in this magnificent event and recognizing Bud Crawford, because he is a huge giant, most definitely in marginalized communities. And I just want to say thank you for giving back, acknowledging being so integral in North Omaha. And I really, really, really appreciate the efforts and your involvement into that community. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. And thank you for all the efforts you do for the North Omaha community as well.
Other questions?
Yeah, a question for Mayor Stothert. You mentioned that the city of Omaha is mostly paying for this. May I ask if there's a budget for this and how much of the city, what percentage?
Well, when we started planning, we had no idea what the budget would be. You know, to get it done and put together this quickly, there's a lot of things that we had to do, including hiring a planner, which we thought was extremely important. I would estimate that the entire event will cost anywhere from $80,000 to $100,000. That's what I estimate. But now a lot of that is in kind from the city because, like I said, police overtime, we'll cover that. We're gonna waive we were the applicants for the permits, we'll waive the application for that. You know, all of the costs that are associated with the parade, the city is pretty much covering. But that's why, you know, the Showtime, I believe it is, correct, Christy? Is creating a video. Christy Anderson's working with us that we're going to be showing in the mall of all the history and some of the fights that Bud had. So all that cost a lot of money. But we thought this is so important. We wanted it to be top notch. You know, we didn't want to just throw it together really, really quickly. And so the cost is something that we think is worth the expense. And you know, we will get some sponsors that'll help out with that. But right now, that's kind of the estimate.
Okay, do you have a percentage cost as to the city share of it or anything like that, or?
I would say the majority. I'd say at least 80,000 city.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. And that's an estimate.
Yeah.
Yes, it might be more. And you know, just to mention a couple other things, received obviously a lot of emails, a lot of Facebook comments from people all over the country. There's been a lot of people saying you need to name a street after him, and I have to stand up here now and say there is a street already named after him. You need to give him the key to the city. I gave him the key to the city. He was a champ in 2015, and I gave him the key to the city, and you do that once. Somebody mentioned a statue, a bronze statue. That's not out of the question, but you can't do it in a week and a half. Those take a long time, and they're quite expensive, but that's not out of the question either. You know, I was just talking to Stephen. Wouldn't a great statue out in front of the gym be something that would be really magnificent? And you know, Stephen will tell me their hope is to expand that gym. They have a waiting list for kids that want to be up there, and so that's their hope for the future. But just to celebrate where Bud is right now. And you know, another thing people have said, you should have done this already. Well, number one, it takes a little while to plan this, but we had to go along with Bud's schedule. Bud didn't even leave Vegas for a few days, and then he had some other commitments, and so we had to coordinate this when Bud would be here. So that was really important. Obviously, we didn't want to have a parade without him. So yeah. Other questions?
Since Bud's not here, could you guys talk about what does he think of all this?
I will start off with a question that we get a lot of from the community, and it will lead into the answer for your question. The question was, why isn't this parade in North Omaha? And initially, the first thing Terrence Bud Crawford said, I want it to be in North Omaha. I want to take it back to the time when we were coming up, we were young, and we would go to these parades, and they would be fun for us. They would throw out candy. You know, we would see the marching bands. We would have the time of our life. He wanted to do that for his community, North Omaha. And I had to tug and pull on him a little bit because North Omaha, yes, it's a great location to do this parade, but logistically, it just couldn't work for this magnitude of the people coming to this parade. You know, we're talking 10 to 15, 20,000 people, which, you know, 24th Street wouldn't support it. And then for the ceremony afterwards, where are we gonna have it? So that's the answer for that question. And for Bud to have this event in North Omaha will be heavily represented in this parade. You know, from the drill teams to the schools, school marching bands, they'll be part of this. To the vendors, you know, it'll be all North Omaha small businesses, and that's the biggest thing that we wanted to do for this celebration.
You know, I wanted to add, along with what Stephen said, it's Stephen's team and Bud's team that are by invitation only inviting those who they want to participate and walk in the parade. It's not a city decision, it's their team's decision. but we want to make sure people know it's by invitation only, because I certainly have received a lot of emails saying, well, I'm going to bring my truck and I'm going to be in it. And so we got to really restrict who's going to be in it. So that decision is up to Bud, Stephen, and their team to decide who will be invited to participate.
But at the end of the day, it's for Omaha, and that's who we stamp on the back of his trunks for every fight, Omaha. Because it's not too many, it's never been in history that we had someone like Terrence Bud Crawford come out of Omaha, and he proudly represents that.
And I'll tell you what, when I watched the fight, I was in a room with the one and only Warren Buffett, and he couldn't have been more excited about watching Bud Crawford fight, and obviously seeing Omaha on the back of his shorts was a real thrill for him and everybody in the room. By the way, Tom Warren is here tonight. Today, he's my chief of staff. I should have introduced him. He was at the fight. You were at the fight. And this is an up-and-coming boxer right here. He is, what's you're undefeated?
Yes, I'm undefeated. I'm 19-0. I was on the undercard of Terrence Bud Crawford, and I won the NABA championship, North American Boxing Association champion. You guys will see. They call me Steven So Cold Nelson because I'm so cold at everything I do. I'm the man of many talents, so you guys will see a lot more of me coming up. I'm up and coming. I'm right behind Bud, and you guys gonna have another champion to celebrate from Omaha.
We're glad. Mm-hmm. These guys have a little confidence, I think.
You got to. You gotta have the confidence.
Mm-hmm. Well, you were at the fight.
Yes.
What did you think about watching his skill and his performance the other night?
People were amazed how composed I was, because when you're training next to someone for years and you've been knowing him his entire life, and knowing there's nobody I've ever met that's more competitive than Bud.
He's amazing.
And I know what he's capable of.
Mm-hmm.
I train next to him every day. We talk. We're best friends.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm in the crowd and everybody's cheering, like, man, he's doing amazing. I'm like, I know. He's not doing anything outside of what I expected of him to do. We've been studying this guy for years and heard all the smack talk and all the things people said for years. And but he's too small. He's not strong enough. He's not. This guy is good. And it's like, man, it's a whole different level of skills that I know Bud is capable of displaying. So I wasn't surprised of his performance.
But glad it was over.
I was happy. I was happy that he got to display it to the world and shut so many people up. And it was amazing to witness. I just sat back and I was just in awe. Like, that's my guy.
Other questions?
Mayor, can you talk about how it's important to just kind of lean into this culture of success, and just how does it play into Omaha and the reputation you want it to have?
Well, I mean, we already have a lot of great athletes that came out of Omaha, I mean, and we already have a lot to be proud of. Bob Gibson, Gail Sayers, let me start thinking, Bob Boozer, Marlon Briscoe, Johnny Rogers. I mean, we have a lot of great athletes, but to watch the rise of Bud Crawford and to watch where he came from and what he has done and his determination, he's 40-0 with 31 knockouts. I mean, that's just quite amazing. And like I said, the great thing is it's not over yet. There's a lot more coming, and so I think it's just very important that when you see the excitement was palpable on the night of the fight all over Omaha. That's all anybody talked about all day long, no matter where you came from West Omaha to East Omaha, North and South, and everybody was excited. And he is our hometown hero now. and he's everybody's hero. He came from North Omaha, but South Omaha loves him, and West Omaha loves him, and they all want to take part in this and be the first to congratulate him. Other questions? John Chapman, you're pretty quiet today. I'm just waiting. Oh, we must have been good. You got your story here, huh? Other questions? Well, I think the decision has been made that the one that we are honoring in this parade just might be at the end of the parade, because I think that's what everybody wants to see. And if he's in the beginning, everybody's just gonna follow him.
It's just like a boxing match.
Yeah.
The grand finale.
Yeah.
You can't have the main event first, because everybody's gonna leave afterwards. So you have to save it for last. Save the best for last.
Are we done? Good. All right. Well, we hope to see you all on Saturday, the 12th, 10 a.m. is when the parade will start. Like I said, it'll go from 10 to noon, end up in the Jean Leahy Mall, and there'll be a lot of things going on. We've got some two great men that are going to MC, and we have music, and we have videos, and we have some presentations to do, and speakers will be short, but we're going to get Bud to say a few words, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
I'm gonna put him on the hot seat.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.